Fishing games are good to play. I thought these guys were really nervous, jittery in the first 20 minutes of the game, maybe in the first 25 minutes of the game. Told them at halftime they're going to understand these are our fans, you're not on the road. I thought there was a stretch in the second half from about the 14-minute mark on. We played very similar to how we played in Italy, how we battled and played against Utah State in a closed-door scrimmage last week, and how we've been playing in practice to shoot the ball the way we shot it, score 52 points in the second half, and shoot 62% from the field, 78 from the three, and 100% from the free throw line, going 18 for 18 for the game. We've shot the ball like that through the summer and so far this fall. The key thing is, to me, is making sure we have the energy to start the game the right way, particularly when you start getting much tougher opponents, and not taking anything away from Carrol. I thought they played hard, but I just didn't think we were just had our energy to start the game, and then it kicked in at about that 14-minute mark when we switched up from man and went to the zone. We played the zone a lot tougher, started defending better and getting out and running in transition, sharing the ball, and shooting it. The other tale of the two halves, I thought we played too much one-on-one in the first half. Too many guys trying to do too many things they can't do or shouldn't be doing. And I thought second half we were great offensively, just in terms of sharing the ball and finding people and hopefully give people an indication how well we can shoot the ball. So more work on defense, calm down and play with a little bit more confidence at home, and just keep them getting a little bit better.
Because of the Italy trip, maybe there wasn't quite as much to learn about your team in an exhibition game, but did anybody surprise you for better or worse?
I think as we go through the early parts of fall practice and from our closed-door scrimmage last week, I continue to be impressed with the younger players and even the veteran players. Darian King finally shot a little bit better. Robert Franks has played well. Jeff Pollard's played well. Beyonce Daniels. Those guys have played well. We know what Josh and Ike can do. So the surprise has come. Those guys have gotten better, and those young guys are really good players, I think. And in time, once they gain their confidence and gain, again, an understanding the energy level, regardless of who you're playing at this level that you have to play with, the better they're going to be.
Jeff didn't come in for a while, but when he did, he made a pretty immediate impact. Did he impress you with what he was able to do in his first few minutes?
The problem with exhibition games is you play teams, and we've talked about this before, to try to play exhibition games that have some 7-footers so you can keep Connor on the floor, because he has a hard time guarding a 6'5", 6'6" post guy. That's difficult for him to do. Jeff, however, can do that. Robert Franks can do that. And Josh needs to do it a heck of a lot better than what he did it tonight. But I was impressed with the way Jeff communicated on defense. He really allowed us to do some things defensively to shut that point guard down a little bit. And obviously his ability to get open in offense was really good. So did he surprise me? No, because he's done that before. But just in a game in front of fans at home for the first time, yes, that's pretty good to be able to have that kind of composure.
Coach, the offensive turnaround in the second half, was that more coming off of things you guys were doing before the shot, or just the shots finally starting to fall?
It became ball movement and player movement. I didn't think we were cutting hard. Our spacing was good, but everything was more like a one-on-one play. Remember, Malachi went in and threw up a couple that he missed. Ike came in and we missed. Josh missed a layup. Malachi missed 2 layups. Ike missed a layup. And Robo missed a layup, all in the first half. I thought when they calmed down the second half and spread the floor, there was just a lot more what I call flow and rhythm in the game the second half, where they cut better and move the ball. They're even overpassing at times. That's how we want to play, because that's the thing that put them in more of a rhythm to shoot it and score it. And they shot it extremely well in the second half.
Looks like everybody got playing time tonight.
No.
Just 9 players today?
9. We did not play. Arinze Cheatham didn't play. Jamar Eggers didn't play. Keith Langston didn't play. And then obviously with Milan Aqua being hurt, he did not play either. So I've got some decisions to make, because we will redshirt 2 or 3 players, and we'll make those decisions this week, obviously before we get to our next opening game with Montana State next Friday.
I guess, what's your process, do you think, now for trying to find and settle in on that rotation that you like? What did you see tonight?
I'm comfortable with the 9-man, 10-man rotation, just how they performed in Italy and how they performed in practice. I think the bigger question for me is just making sure we have the right group that has the confidence and energy to start the game, because obviously it's difficult to put yourself down in a hole And there's going to be some teams, if you start the game the way we started tonight, you'll be down 20 at the half. So the bigger question to me is the energy thing in starting the game. Is it a fluke because of the weekend, the football, nerves, fans, all those things? Yeah, you got to throw some of that stuff out the window and go back at it again. So next week will tell us, I think, a little bit more as to where we're at.
Coach, did you feel like they were communicating well today on the court?
I didn't think they were communicating defensively in the first half. We told them at halftime they were way too quiet, which told me they were, I don't use the word intimidated, because you shouldn't be intimidated at home, but just the nervousness. They got to work through some things. And I always talk about when people say, what's the identity of your team and what kind of season you're going to have. You won't know that until you face some adversity. And I was proud of the way they faced the adversity. I thought they were too quiet, afraid a little bit, too much one-on-one. Made some adjustments at halftime. They responded. They got a lot more vocal in the second half, and they got a lot more fluidity to their offense, moving it, shooting it in the second half. They were much better. So from the first half to the second half, making those adjustments was really good on their part to be able to respond like that.
Was it just more of you pointing it out at halftime to them that made them realize, or more?
Halftime, and I needed a Josh Hawkinson timeout, and I needed a Connor Clifford timeout to have a little chit-chat with them. And once we did that, I thought they got moving a lot better, and the energy got a lot better. I would hate to have to be the guy all the time that has to take the timeouts to fire somebody up. But if need to be, we'll do that. I'm trying to get them to do that from within, and that's an area they need to grow into, and I think they're capable of doing that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Yep.